Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, LLC, offers more value than any other good full-service real estate brokerage firm when it comes to the sale of your home. We offer at least 27 things that contribute to your home selling in the least amount of time at the highest price. To receive our free home selling pamphlet, email us at info@brooksanddavis.com or call 713-665-8329. We also assist people who want to purchase homes or who are interested in getting their real estate license. Visit us at www.brooksanddavis.com.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to the Prime Real Estate Network. I'm glad you're tuned in with us this week. I am your host, Rick Davis. As always, please, if you have opportunity, follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Prime Real Estate Rick. If you're already on Facebook or watching a live feed on Facebook, you can go to my business page at Rick Davis Real Estate. It's great to be here again with you this week. This is an outstanding episode. This episode is entitled The 21st Century Home. What we're going to do today is give all of our fans, the people who follow us on social media, and everyone who views our platform weekly, the opportunity to get some new information about how to network your home and how to design your home so that it's most effective for you professionally and also allows your family to live their best and most proper life. So, as usual, my co-host is here, and it's Mr. Larry W. Brooks.
Hello, good people. It is awesome to be in front of you again today. I've had an awesome start to my week, had a great week finishing up on last week. And so you can always find me at Texas Real Estate King on all of your platforms. IG is one of my favorites. Facebook is one of my favorites. And of course, if you ever need any details on where I'm going to be speaking at, where I'll be doing hosting book meetings or anything of that matter, go to my website, larrywbrooks.com. But of course, I'm here. We have an exciting guest, a friend of mine that I met a few years back, and he's doing some big things. And we're going to share a lot with you today. But I'm passing it back over to my co-host, Rick D. And hey,
it's good to have you here, Larry, man. I want to urge everyone who tunes into the Prime Real Estate Network to go to Larry's online resources, his platforms, and get an opportunity to get his new book. He'll be speaking because as he continues his book tour, you'll be able to see Mr. Brooks in and around Houston and other areas in and around the country. So I urge everyone to support. Our guest today is not only the founder, but he is also the Chief Executive Officer of Charm City Entertainment. He is Mr. Jay Floyd, and I want to thank him for being with us today. How you doing, Jay?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for having me, Rick.
Oh man, I appreciate it a lot, man. This episode is really exciting for me because there's some things that, as far as questions I get, sometimes when I'm out networking or that I get on Facebook or Instagram, and you'll be surprised how many people have questions about their home, networking, internet, and how to make their home a truly quote unquote smart home. So that's why me and Larry were super excited that you were able to spend some time with us today, because very rarely on real estate telecasts or podcasts do they bring in someone like yourself who's a professional and who has experience networking homes and making them as quote unquote smart as possible.
Well, I'm glad you brought me on. Well, with a lot of people, they seem to forget throughout the process of building a home, it's the services that you're going to be using every day that you really don't think of up front. It's like I always tell, my clients, you really learn what you have once you get a service provider come in. When we come in and, customers are telling us what they plan to do, what they want to be able to do, and we're looking at what they have. And it's kind of like, well, wow, it would have been much easier if they at least presented these options to you in the beginning to let you choose.
And, Jay, it's really tough, and I ask you to give me your opinion, Mr. Brooks, but as a realtor, real estate professional, when you tour properties with clients, a lot of the things that seem to be most important are things like the flooring, the countertops, the cabinets, things like that, the size of the backyard. But those aren't the things that when you actually move in and close on the home, that's going to actually affect your quality of life. So as a professional, when you meet clients that are contemplating building their first home, what are some of the things that you implore them to make sure is a mandatory that they have to have in their home if they want to be able to enjoy it when they move in?
That's a great question. Just this thing called internet. You know, a lot of people heard of it before.
I know, right?
You'd be surprised when you have to pay for the internet, but the internet doesn't work in your bedroom, or it only works in certain parts of the house. So, you know, you're on the phone or you're trying to use your computer, and before you know it, no internet. You got to stand in one place.
Right.
Things like that, you know, you really want to consider at the beginning because it's necessary. Internet, it powers your lighting, believe it or not.
Wow.
Internet is the basis for all of your smart home automation, and all of your entertainment services revolve around internet.
And see, now this is the thing. And see, when we use the term internet, I'm sure everyone who's watching our show now, people who interact with you, are familiar with the term, what it consists of, Wi-Fi, etc. But of course, there's levels to everything.
Correct.
Most of the time, for your home to run as conveniently as most people would expect or desire, what type of internet should, or what is the speed, what type of equipment should someone in that position be looking for?
Well, you want to always make sure you look at your home as a whole. Think of all of the rooms that you potentially will be in. You want to make sure it's simple things like wiring. Make sure you have a hardwired connection. Wi-Fi is great. It's great, but hardwire will always do the heavy lifting.
Okay.
Make sure, you know, it's you know, I have a network line in each room. You know, I have a cable line in each room. Whether you use it or not, just make sure you have it. They'll give you those options.
Now, you know, and this is something else that I just definitely wanted to touch on with you, and you could tell that like this is a true hot button topic for myself, because as a professional, I try to guide my clients and allow them to make decisions that won't just work out for them right now, but that can grow with them and their family over time. So when you meet with your clients for consultations, what do you speak towards with them as far as illustrating for them the importance of thinking about the future when they're making that current purchase, and how they may want to install more than what they think they need because you're trying to think ahead to what you're going to need eventually?
Well, I always start with the basics for my clients. You know, always, you know, basic networking, you know, things you're going to need for your services to run. You want to make sure you have those covered first. And the way technology is, you know, it's getting new. It's always growing. It's growing. So you want to make sure you're pre-wired ahead of time with the adequate amounts of cable in the house. You know, you need network cable. If you think, you know, it's a spot that you would not need network, put it there.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Everywhere, your garage door, you know, each, you know, of the main rooms in the home, the bedroom, even the bathroom.
People would never consider running network cable in the garage or in the bathroom. But and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe what I'm taking from what you're saying is that as we evolve, our home is going to evolve, and eventually people are going to want a smart bathroom or a smart garage to go along with the rest of the house that's already networked and working for them.
That's true. I mean, in a lot of cases, you know, the network lines, they also act as, they have multiple uses. You can use it for a Wi-Fi extender to extend your network. If you're a service provider there, the strength is good, but it just doesn't reach that far. A simple line can help boost your signal to your master bedroom, for instance, if it's not working. Not only that same line, you could use that line to network a smart home keypad. It has multiple uses, so you're better off with it than without it.
Wow. So, and not only that, so, you know, this new trend with having Alexa in the house, that's all internet based, right?
Exactly. My 4-year-old uses Alexa.
It's a big thing, man. Like I don't think that's going anywhere anytime soon. I mean, we have Alexa now, and we'll probably have Sheila later, and David coming after that. So I think that platform is most definitely growing when it comes to that. So all of that's tied into Wi-Fi as well.
Exactly. It's all Wi-Fi based. When you plug up Alexa, she'll tell you connect me to the internet first, and then the show starts.
And then the show starts. And I know Mr. Brooks runs into this a lot of times myself, but I have clients now who've been investing in land, not necessarily having a contractor or a developer build their house on their land. I've had a lot of clients who've expressed the need to be able to customize their home. Now, from a building standpoint, if you are building your own home, at what stage would you advise someone bringing you out for a consultation and having you and your people actually start outfitting their home with the things that they desire?
I say when you actually have the blueprints, that's a good time.
Oh, wow.
When you have the blueprints, I can actually, we come out, take a look at what you have, just off of the blueprints, and kind of give you an idea of, what some of your options are. Because at the point of the blueprints, I know exactly what you're going to have, what we're working with. So that when you have the blueprints, that's the time to say, hey, I got to call Jay.
Right. And, and I know, Larry, if you have a question, but I wanted to ask one more question before our first break. Because this is the cool part, and I want to get into some of the fun things, because I know a lot of times when people bring you in, they bring you in not only for the functionality of Wi-Fi, internet, smart home, Alexa, but there's more of an entertainment aspect as well. Family gatherings, entertaining the children. So what are some of the cooler things that you've installed in people's homes that most people might not know that they could have in their home if they so chose?
For instance, a lot of people say, oh, why would I need a TV in the bathroom? You'd be surprised. You spend a lot of time in the bathroom. a lot of people, that's where you get your thoughts. You spend a lot of time in the bathroom. Music makes everything better. Who wouldn't enjoy music in the bathroom?
Wow, you're right. I agree.
And it's funny because that you bring it up, because now if you're going to have the TV in the bathroom, then why not add the TV to the master closet?
It depends on the size. It depends on the size of your closet. If your closet's that big, I'm all for it.
And absolutely. And you guys can network wire closets, areas like that as well.
Yes. If it has wood and sheetrock,
it can
it's
happen.
networkable.
Now, okay, Larry.
Yes, sir.
I got to ask him. This is a cool thing. Man caves. Man caves is a big deal for a large percentage of our clientele.
Yes.
So, in Mr. Brooks's man cave, and in man cave that you've been in some of your friends, families, homes, what are some of the cooler things that you've seen that Jay may be able to install for some of our clients, or things that you were like, ooh, that's kind of cool, and we may want to see if Jay can do that for us?
Well, the thing about it is that I'm a football guy, and when it comes to football season, and Jay can contest it, this is probably one of the most busiest seasons when it comes to it for him. Is just having the right size screen,
Yeah, absolutely.
so you can kick them feet back, eat right, and really get it going. So I think the screen is one of the most important parts of it, Jay. What do you think when you hear or you getting advice from clients? What is the must for us guys when we like, hey, or us
when
ladies,
it's man cave time,
now
right?
It's everybody thing nowadays.
Right.
Football,
Or one man cave.
Yeah.
In the cave, when it comes to the cave, I consider myself like the man cave specialist.
Okay.
You always start at the screen. You have to start at the screen, but then after that, what a lot of people don't realize, the most important piece is the control. Do you want to use 6 remote controls to make everything work?
No,
Do
of
you
course
want to
not.
use
You're
one?
right.
Okay.
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 So
Never looked at it that way. You're right. But yeah, you want that one. So yeah, second would be remote control. I like it.
Okay. And like I said, this is a really super cool episode. So I got to ask Jay, your professional opinion. In the man cave for the screen, would you advise projector or going as large of a curved 4K as possible?
now that's a great question.
Okay.
You want to, in a man cave, you really want to go with the largest TV you can find. I say that because when it comes to projectors, the build has to be a certain way. A lot of builders, the projection rooms, the movie rooms, they're not built correctly. You want them longer than wider. So your projector, if you use a projection screen, in most cases that I've seen, when they're not correct, which is the majority of them, you'll have 2 rows of seating. That first row is too close. Nobody wants to sit there. So that's a waste of money on furniture also.
And Jay, we're going to have a break, but when we come back from the break, I want to get into a little bit of your background.
Okay.
Some of your mentors and inspirations that help you to start and motivated you to build your brand, build your business, and go through this path of entrepreneurship. Because it's not always easy, but it's always a worthwhile challenge. So I want to go into that with you a little bit after the break, if that's okay.
Sounds good.
Everyone, we have a short break from our sponsor. Please stay tuned in, and we'll be right back to the Prime Real Estate Network.
Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, LLC, offers more value than any other good full-service real estate brokerage firm when it comes to the sale of your home. We offer at least 27 things that contribute to your home selling in the least amount of time at the highest price. To receive our free home selling pamphlet, email us at info@brooksanddavis.com or call 713-665-8329. We also assist people who want to purchase homes or who are interested in getting their real estate license. Visit us at www.brooksanddavis.com.
Welcome back to the Prime Real Estate Network. I'm Rick Davis, and I'm here with our guest, Mr. Jay Floyd of Charm City Entertainment. But before we get back to our interview, I want to urge everyone, if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, please stop by our website at brooksanddavis.com. Leave us your contact information, and we will get back to you promptly. Now, Jay, once again, I want to thank you for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Before we went to the break, we were speaking about building a new home from the bottom up and what type of technology requirements you would advise homeowners have installed in their homes. But I want to take some time before we get into your personal background to talk about all those homeowners who didn't have an opportunity to see our show before they bought their home, or didn't have someone like yourself guiding them through the construction process. If you're already living in your home, Jay, and you feel like your home is ill-equipped, or from a technology standpoint isn't where you would like it to be to provide you and your family with a certain quality of life, what type of things can you do as a professional to try to help people add some things after the fact if they're not satisfied with their home technology?
Well, it all starts with, access in general. We always tell customers, if there's access, it's hope, and the hope wouldn't be as expensive. If you have to cut out sheetrock to make things happen, of course it's going to be a little expensive, but it can be done. It just depends on what all you need and how much are you willing to deal with to get it done.
Is there and we like to clear up some misconceptions from time to time. That's one of the things that Larry and I try to do for our viewers, is to eliminate those question marks or some of those rumors they may hear in and around work. So first thing, those Wi-Fi boosters that people buy from like Target and Walmart, what do they provide people tangibly? And is it possible for someone that has really slow internet to have someone like you come in, and is there ways for you to add components to speed it up or make it more reliable?
Absolutely. When you figure things like, okay, Target, okay, what would you go to Target for? It's a whole lot of things you could go to Target for. Networking isn't one. You want to go to places that sell, networking equipment, audio, video equipment. That the public, the retail market, a lot of times they don't have access to the best stuff. So that kind of, limits the performance. But you'll get what you get. But you always have to remember, hard lines do the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
Hard lines.
So that explains it. They need to come to you instead of going to Best Buy or Target. So let's say someone's living in an older home, built 60s, 70s, copper wiring, way before the advent of the newer technologies.
Okay.
What can someone in that particular position do to gain maybe a modicum of internet speed similar to what people in more of a newer home may be able to enjoy?
Well, the good thing about it is a lot of cases like that, the homes have they're actually more accessible.
Oh wow.
When you're dealing with the older home. So as long as you have access, you have hope. An older home does not disqualify you from having good internet service.
Wow.
No, that's like super. It's invaluable for people to know that, because I think a lot of times when you have certain issues in your home, you live with them for so long, it just becomes a part of your existence.
Yep.
But I thank you for sharing that, because everyone, you do not have to settle for slow internet or grainy cable. We can fix that. And so this is super duper
and
important.
and you know, Jay, sharing what it is that you do has been amazing to us. And so I would like to figure out, like, how did you get into this line? Like, what because I know that I personally know where you're originally from, Baltimore. So kind of give some of our listeners, and we probably have a few listeners from Baltimore on there. If not, by the time you leave the show, we will. So just give us a little bit about your background and what got you into what you're doing right now.
Well, I mean, just, I am from Baltimore. I mean, as a kid, I was kind of like the electronics kid. I had to have the radio, the CD player, and it kind of grew from there.
Okay.
From there, then I was the CD man in high school. So when I look back, that's entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
At the time, I'm just going through the motions. I'm really not paying attention to it.
Yeah.
Right.
But from being the CD man, and next thing I know, I'm doing contract work. I mean, I was new to contract work, and I credit my uncle for that, really, because he introduced me to contracting.
Show your Uncle love. That's what's up. That's real.
My Uncle Duke. If you know me, you know that. If you know me, that's without saying.
Right.
He introduced me to contracting. He did demolition. And, he said, well, you're a contractor. Make sure you get X, Y, and Z tools, and, make sure you're always ready, because, we might be on a big assignment, and then we might not work for a little bit, and then here come another assignment. And I'm thinking, like, what kind of job is this?
Yeah.
But little do I know, looking back, I've been prepped for this moment.
That's what's up, Jay. Okay.
No, that's super outstanding, man. I mean, those type of stories are so uplifting, because with this platform, Larry and myself, what we're trying to do is send out messages to the youth, show them examples of entrepreneurs, while at the same time having someone like yourself give their story and their testimony, because there are so many young people who think that their situation is so unique. There's no one in the world that is into electronics like me. Like, I have friends from high school, and it's funny that you bring that up. We would all go to the flea market and buy speakers and a radio, and everyone's crew had that one guy that would hook up everybody's music.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Just bring the wires, bring the amp, bring the radio, and I'll set it off. And it's so funny to see someone like yourself, because I have friends coming up that were just like you, but to see where you took your passion. And your Uncle Duke put you in a position to have an example of someone who took their talent, ingenuity, and skills, but then funneled it in a way where it became a successful business. So shout out to your uncle for that, man, because there aren't a lot of people who have that type of mentorship in the family.
Right.
Because I know a lot of times I have had to go outside my family for that mentorship.
Yeah. And as you look at your business, Jay, when it comes to growth-wise, what is it that you think that, when you're speaking to the public, or if you're in your growth phase where you're bringing on more people, is there anything you want people to know, or, are you kind of doing it, smaller business? How do you look at as you continue to grow?
What I always do, I always tell people, if from experience, if you want to grow your business, you have to get out your comfort zone.
No doubt about it.
That's one of the biggest things that I learned in relationships. Relationships are actually more important than money in most cases.
No doubt. Relationship
so having
currency.
the right
Yes,
relationships,
sir. Relationship currency.
definitely.
Well, Jay, we're gonna when we come back from our second break, we're gonna ask you to dispel some of the myths and rumors that homeowners and potential clients have been hearing as they've gone through the journey of trying to network their home to make it as intelligent as possible. So if you would stay with us through this break, I would like to see if you would help us with our Real Estate Mythbusters Fact of the Week, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Sounds good.
We'll be back to the Prime Real Estate Network after this message from our sponsor.
Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, LLC, offers more value than any other good full-service real estate brokerage firm when it comes to the sale of your home. We offer at least 27 things that contribute to your home selling in the least amount of time at the highest price. To receive our free home selling pamphlet, email us at info@brooksanddavis.com or call 713-665-8329. We also assist people who want to purchase homes or who are interested in getting their real estate license. Visit us at www.brooksanddavis.com.
Welcome back to the Prime Real Estate Network. I'm your host, Ric Davis. You can follow me on Instagram at Prime Real Estate Ric and on Facebook at Prime Real Estate Ric as well. And in your search bar at Ric Davis Real Estate. It's the part of our show where we dispel real estate myths and rumors. And I want to turn it over to my co-host, Mr. Larry Brooks.
Yes. You know, I always enjoy this side, Rick, because at this time is when we hear all of those things that take place that are not true. So we have an expert when it comes to audio for your home entertainment here today. And so what we're going to do is we're going to throw out one that I hear all the time. And it may be because you see so many things, wires hanging here, wires hanging there. But Jay, when it comes to some myths, why is it that so many people feel like cable cards is like the thing of the future? Why is it that people feel that way? Or maybe they're right. I don't know. You tell me.
No, what it is you. And no offense, everybody's good at what they do, but this is not a handyman service. It's really not. It's like everything connects. Each thing you do prepares for the next thing.
Yeah.
So you have to consider the process the whole way through. It's not just the television. Anybody with a hammer and a stud finder can put up a television.
Yeah.
You have to know the whole process through. What is it being connected to? What am I going to watch on it? How is it going to look? What kind of cables do I need? It's a lot to it.
Okay.
So there is no difference in picture quality between a cabled line and a satellite line? Or is that something that the satellite people want you to think their picture's better and the cable people want you to, because you know when you watch those DirecTV commercials, it seems like that's the propaganda that they use back and forth, and it just, for me, like I said, it's above my pay grade. I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna give the satellite people a little bit of props. Satellite is actually the best picture quality.
Oh wow!
If you go to a lot of your commercial establishments, you know, restaurants, places like that, sports bars, they all use satellite because of the picture quality.
Never considered that.
Yeah.
Once again, Jay, I mean, it was our honor and pleasure to have you on the show today. Okay. I want to give you a chance to let all of our viewers know how they can reach out to you. If they are in need of consultation, if they would like to have you over for a meeting to go over their blueprints on what their new build is. So please let everyone know and all of our viewers know how to contact you, sir.
Well, you can contact me always online. You can go to a website, charmcityent.com. You can follow us on Facebook at Charm City Entertainment, and we'll be happy to give you a consultation.
Mr. Brooks.
Yes, sir.
Please let everyone know where they can meet and greet, get an opportunity to get your book, get it autographed, and all that good stuff.
I agree. That's most definitely what they should do. Well, great people. I am going to actually be in Dallas, Texas this weekend. I'm going to be down there for the Quest IRA investment meeting that's going to be taking place. But of course, since I'm in the city, I'll be doing a Meet the Authors from 4 to 6 p.m. tomorrow in the Galleria area. If you go to my IG page, I posted the details, the address. Of course, here on Facebook, if you scroll down a little lower, you'll see where I posted the event as well. So by all means, stop by, come by, pick my brain. There's never a cost. It's always just me there sharing information with you and just trying to help you grow your entrepreneurship goals. So again, if you want to go ahead and purchase the book, if you haven't yet, I'll get you a signed copy out. It's entrepreneurcodebook.com, entrepreneurcodebook.com. Of course, I'm on every social media platform at Texas Real Estate King, and you can always find more details about myself, about the brokerage firm, and other things that I have going on at LarryWBrooks.com. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and throw it back to my man Rick. And hey, I've enjoyed you all.
I want to thank everyone who's joined our growing Prime Real Estate Network family. So I want to give a big, huge shout out to all of our new YouTube channel subscribers. Thank you very much. Everyone who has subscribed to our audio podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or Spotify, I want to thank you as well. If you have not had the opportunity to subscribe to the Prime Real Estate Network podcast or subscribe to the Prime Real Estate Network YouTube channel, please, I urge you to do that today. Leave us a great 5-star rating and a really friendly review, because me and Larry really would appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Please, I urge everyone to tune in next week to the Prime Real Estate Network. Once again, I am your host, Rick Davis. I want to thank you for tuning in, and I'm signing off. Thank you.
Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, LLC, offers more value than any other good full-service real estate brokerage firm when it comes to the sale of your home. We offer at least 27 things that contribute to your home selling in the least amount of time at the highest price. To receive our free home selling pamphlet, email us at info@brooksanddavis.com or call 713-665-8329. We also assist people who want to purchase homes or who are interested in getting their real estate license. Visit us at www.brooksanddavis.com.